Yo, so I'm really getting sick of boxing, man. I'll be real with y'all. I'm a big fan. Love watching the sport, mainly the big time bouts, you know? And this video might seem kind of late, but it's still on my mind, so I gotta get it off my chest. I know y'all saw that Triple G Canelo fight. Now, I'm a Triple G dude. I'll be real, that fight was really close. Like, so close, it really could have went either way, I get it. But I felt like it should have been another draw. The thing is, though, I felt like the first fight, Triple G won by far, but they made it a draw. So here's my thing, y'all. Triple G was mad. He walked off. He didn't want to talk to anybody. And I feel him, but that fight was really close. But the issue is this. Boxing is a sport where a human being, a man, a woman, can decide who won based on really how they feel. They don't have to justify how they scored something. Now, based on how we score our stuff too, we can compare and contrast and be like, yo, this person tripping, or no, this person is really on the right track. But what other sport is like that? I'm really trying to think. You know, I watch the same sports most times, but maybe like wrestling, right? I mean, no, matter of fact, real wrestling, they still have a point system. So that's like insane. In 2018, we have fights like this, so much at stake, and you can lose and your whole career could change because of somebody has more notoriety. Maybe somebody don't like you, or maybe somebody got paid off, and that happens a lot in boxing. Now I started thinking about it deeper, and I'm like, you know what? I grew up, I was a Tyson fan. Tyson didn't give you a chance to decide. Now I'm talking like pre-Buster Douglas, you know? But Tyson ain't give you a chance to decide. Tyson will knock you out. So the judge, even if the judge don't like him, what you gonna do? You can't say he lost when clearly the evidence says otherwise. Dude on the ground knocked out, you know what I'm saying? Barely breathing. Head about to fall off, you feel me? So maybe in life, we need to start taking things into our own hands like Tyson, literally and figuratively. We can't let people that might not like us decide our fate. We have something we were ordained here to do, something that the Creator put in our hearts to accomplish. But if we are moving lackadaisical through life, being complacent, then we let people who might not have our best interests in mind, and also the best interests of the people we're supposed to serve in mind, and we might not really reach our true potential and our goals. Who is cold out here? So what I'm trying to say is this. If you're a student and you got a teacher that might not be a really nice person, you don't need to be in that class straddling the fence, getting like a 59 and it's a 60 to pass the class. Because when it comes down to it, it might come down to a decision and it might not go your way. But like if you got a job and you're trying to move up and you're just doing enough to get by and you're not checking in with your boss or superiors to see if there's anything else you can do to help them out, and you know they ain't really the best person, you might not make it because this might come down to a decision one day. If you're an entrepreneur or something like that, and you're doing enough just to get by, just to pay the bills, just to break even or a little past even, that customer might not be there next time because when it comes down to a decision, they might choose otherwise. So for real, y'all, in life, I think it's imperative, especially right now, that we start to take this Mike Tyson approach pre-Buster Douglas. Knock out the competition, knock out your goals, because in your lane is for you and nobody else. And when it comes down to it, if there's a judge that has to decide, make sure he or she don't even have the opportunity to decide. But quick caveat, understand this too. Be like Tyson to a certain extent, because check it out. When Tyson went against Buster Douglas, he lost because he got full of himself. He lost because he thought he was really that great. He lost because he was partying the previous night. It was too easy to him. So eventually when you're knocking out these goals and you're doing your thing at work, at school, or whatever, in college, you're going to be in overdrive. It's going to seem seamless. You're going to be in cruise control, but you got to stay focused and forget those past successes and keep going. Another caveat. If you're the Buster Douglas type, where you catch everybody off guard and win, you have to understand that was the biggest fight of your life. Now you got to do it again because Buster Douglas knocked out Tyson, and nobody knows what Buster Douglas is now. Buster Douglas didn't go down as one of the greatest fighters ever. Mike Tyson did. So again, we done with decisions. We done with depending on them to decide our fate. Nah, we not going down to that Triple G Canelo stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from the hood, man. I can't afford for a judge to decide my fate. You feel me? Like a real judge. I can't afford for a school to decide my fate. I got to knock it out so much in school. I had to make sure I had those A's. I had to make sure I was on that right path. Because when it comes down to it, like the block in the neighborhood I'm from, if there's a real judge that's deciding your fate, it's a wrap for you. So y'all, don't let a judge decide. Take the Tyson approach before Buster Douglas. Knock it out so it ain't no doubt who won. I'm out of here, y'all. It's cold in the mud. Have a good day. You got this.